That's a big news from Indian cricket perspective. And Virat Kohli, he's retired. And it just pains me to say that as an expert, as a fan, as a lover of cricket. And I have Vikas Shukla with me right now. Vikas, your first reactions in this big breaking news?
First reaction was it's very unprofessional. Unprofessional. How can you do this? How can you do this? I mean, see, Virat Kohli in Test cricket is just emotion. Not just emotion. He's single-handedly kept Test cricket alive. He loved this format a lot. And now what? Hashtag 269 signing off. What is this behavior, bro?
You look at that Instagram post and he mentions a couple of pertinent things. One is that it feels right. And the second thing is he ends by saying he leaves with a smile. As a fan, do you feel those two things are true?
Those things are true, of course. See, obviously we all know that lately the form hasn't been that great, like Virat Kohli's standard. But still, whenever he walked onto the field, it's like Virat Kohli is there and is guiding Rohit Sharma, is guiding Jasprit Bumrah, is everyone. Like when you think of Test cricket, it's Virat Kohli, and then again he's just gone. I wanted him to play one last game for sure, one last series, and like all of those reels are circulating, no, कि अभी ना जाओ, कि दिल अभी भरा नहीं. But I think as a Virat Kohli fan, as a Virat Kohli Test format fan, दिल कभी भरेगा नहीं. But I think he thought it's a time, and we'll wish him luck.
Absolutely agree with you. It would have been fitting if Virat did retire after the England series, but who are we to choose? We're just mere fans, right? And it just makes you think about a point that Vikas told me off camera right now. It was fitting and ironic in a way that he ended his Test career being acting captain.
Yeah. It's very. I mean, I just saw one tweet when he was on the field last time. He was captaining India in this particular format, and that was just poetic, I think. Virat Kohli leaving the field while he was captaining the side.
And when we talk about successful Test captains in the history of the game, Virat Kohli's name will definitely pop up. There's so many records, there's so many stats, and we've put so much of it already on our website. You can go check it out. And I just want to highlight some of the most pertaining points in his career as a Test match batter, as a captain. Where do we start? Because it all started 20th of June 2011 in Sabina Park, and it ended in Sydney. So we'll start by picking out some of the moments, and you guys can help us in the comments as well.
Yeah.
Let's go through it one by one, chronologically, I'm guessing. 2011, as a Test debutant, what do you think of Virat Kohli? Still young, still raw. Did you see much of him before that?
I always loved Virat Kohli, and Virat Kohli is someone who basically, you doubt him, he'll prove you wrong. It happened in every format, but in Test cricket again, I remember one tweet of Sanjay Manjrekar that I think it was Australia series that gave him one more test to Virat Kohli so that he'll know. I mean, we can show you the tweet, but he'll know that, okay, he doesn't belong here. And now here we are after 14 years and talking about Virat Kohli, how great it was for Virat Kohli. Like again, from 2011, what was your first memory? For me, I think it was this to the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, the middle finger comes up for sure. The first time ever that I met Virat Kohli was actually at a party very close to where I stay in Bangalore, and he was just about his travels to the West Indies, and he got peppered with the shop ball where Phil Edwards, many people, like he said, was being written off. But I think where it all started was that Australia tour down under, Vikas. And you just spoke about it right now, being the Virat that he is, the Delhi boy that he is. That press conference comes to mind where he gave it back to the Australian journalists and literally saying, we'll fight fire with fire. And it was that new Youngistan sort of attitude that even India, modern India, was kind of progressing to. And Virat Kohli is a perfect sort of way to symbolize it all. Do you think those twin tons, which is so well documented right now, was perhaps the best ever knocks he's played?
Yeah, I think comes in top 2, top 3 for me. There's one more knock I'll talk about, but yeah, obviously that. He was it was his captaincy debut. He made he scored twin tons. More than that, India lost that game, but everyone talks about the attitude that we went in. Whole nation would understand ki, acha, if it's Virat Kohli, we are going for the win. And that was his captaincy template for the rest of his career.
Yeah, and it just makes you think about how Test cricket was perceived back then, the impressions India gave to others as just cricket neutrals, the fact that they wouldn't really go for 350 plus totals in a day 5. They're more than happy to prod and probe and nudge and nurdle. But Virat Kohli changed all of that. Virat Kohli came in with a new fire and saying, this is my India. And he also kind of made it very clear in his captaincy stance, right? There's so many debates about team selection nowadays, Vikas, but when he got the job, Virat was kind of hell bent in a combination, saying 6-5,
6-5.
and he lived it up to the billing.
And you can see all the bowlers talking about Virat Kohli till date. Talk about Ishant Sharma, you talk about Ravichandran Ashwin, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Umesh Yadav, Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, his post for Virat Kohli. He made his debut under Virat Kohli. And right now we are talking about the pace battery. Right now we talk about the whole bowling era. Right now what we are living in right now. It's, I think, the massive credit has to go to Virat Kohli and company. I'll say Virat Kohli with Ravi Shastri, Bharat Tarun, and all that coaching bunch. But yeah, I think Virat Kohli made the whole shift, and here we are with the result. I think right now, if we see India losing outside India, we're a little shocked. Okay, how can we lose this one? We are criticizing. Before Virat Kohli, it was not like that. When Virat Kohli picked up captaincy, India was what, 7th in test rankings, and when he left the captaincy, we were first. That speaks volume, I think, for Virat Kohli and his impact in this particular format.
Yeah, just the ambassador that he is for this format, kind of flying the flag for Test cricket in a way, because yeah, we like Test cricket as much as we do as romantics, but the modern generation, the Sudan lockdown kids, love T20 cricket, right? And there's no getting away from that. But someone like Virat just burnt that fire bright, whether it was him being so energetic in the field, every appeal that he kind of threw his energy into. It just makes me think about even Anushka Sharma's Instagram post right now and saying the tears that none of them will see as fans, the hard work that he's put in. And it just kind of symbolizes him as a Test cricketer. The fact that this guy has put fitness in the map for India, has put Test cricket in the map for India, and it's the hardest format in the sport. Does that speak volumes about Virat Kohli just generally?
Rightfully so. I think Virat Kohli, again, I think who can forget that for 60 overs they should feel like hell.
Yeah.
In England, in Lords, in their home. Whenever you see him on field, it's like he's animated. He's backing his players all the time. He's giving it back to the press as well. When we listen to all the criticism that he's getting, it's also because of the fact that he's not holding back.
Yeah.
It's like it's giving it back every time.
And very well spoken. The fact that so many Indian captains over the years have kind of been mocked about how they speak, but Virat was very, very clear and assertive in his stance in terms of Hindi or English and batting away foreign paparazzi like the Britishers. Speaking of British, because like we have to, of course, talk about that pivotal time. We'll come to all the glorious moments, especially 2016, 17, 18. And I know Vikas has a favorite ton from that era, but 2014, we'll just cast the mind back to how important it was in his time to kind of be found up at the Duke's ball. Anderson was all over him like a rash in that 2014 series. And then he's taken learnings and gone on to have one hell of a career. So how do you kind of reflect back to that point?
That's one more thing about Virat Kohli. Like I told you before, that is trying to prove everyone wrong every time. 2014, he had a horrible series against England in England. Anderson was taking his wickets all the time and everything. That's fine. After that, he conquered the world. Went down under in proper celebrations and everything, proper ODI peak, everything he has achieved. But again, when he was coming back to England, people were still talking about Virat Kohli and but he hasn't done anything in England. Again, you are in England and he's performing again. Again, proving everyone wrong. I'm coming back to the same point. At one time, I think he used to get out in 150, 160, 130, 140. And people were saying, oh, he doesn't have a character to make double hundreds. He has 7 double hundreds, most in Indian.
All as a captain.
All as a captain and most as an Indian. I think second is Virendra Sehwag or someone. But that 2018 series is proving everyone wrong. That celebration, just Virat Kohli for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pertinent that he mentions that point, because if you actually look at Virat's record and the 123 matches that he's played and the 9,200 odd runs that he scored, it's all over the venue. So it's not literally just in Asia or only in the Sena countries. He had the game and the caliber to show it. 2013 also, if you actually go back a year before that, many people thought Virat announced himself as a proper test match batter in that series. If you look at the likes of Moni Morkel, Peak Dale Steyn, Vernon Philander, scoring a very, very good 100. Many people would still put Centurion 2018 over the 2013 Johannesburg one, but I would personally feel it's the latter. Let's move on a little bit, because once he did get captaincy, the form, 2016, 17, 18, what are the first words to describe Virat the batter then?
2018, we were discussing offline. The toughest year to bat. I have a stat which says all the other batters combined have scored with some 26 average.
Yeah.
It's an average of 26. On the other hand, Virat Kohli was around 50 or something.
Yeah. And it was
Like,
the toughest
year to bat
in Test cricket history. This
Yeah.
is actually put out by factual evidence by all our friends at the Wisden, I'm guessing, but it just speaks volumes about Virat to thrive in those conditions. 2018, does Perth stand out the tallest for you?
Yes. I'll do why. Okay, runs he has scored. But obviously, whoever Virat Kohli fans are, like, they like to see Virat Kohli edits, and it's like just too good.
But
Like-
I think the 2018 Perth one looks better in our eyes because it was also well documented.
Well documented,
Yeah.
exactly. Well documented. India was what, 8 for 2,
Yeah.
and then Virat Kohli coming out,
Chewing
It's
gum.
like chewing gum, and they're like this, and then that aura as well. Like Virat Kohli is known for his aura as well. And 2018, winning there as a captain, who would have? Have you ever thought it? कि
Yeah.
भाई, हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाके ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराएंगे.
Yeah.
You ever imagine? See, Virat Kohli and celebration goes hand in hand, everything. Even that 2014, like going back again 2015, 2016, that Edgbaston knock. After that, he was like,
Kiss in the ring.
okay, I'm here,
Yeah.
guys. Look at me. And that too, after doing everything around the world, has won everything, and then again coming back to England and doing, okay, you doubted me here. Here I am. I'm proving my worth here as well. Which is your favorite knock of Virat Kohli?
You just took it off me. I think it's Baston won, even though many people said that he got a lot of chances in that game. I mean, it was so important for him to kind of go in there as a captain and set the tone. And it was super that he did it with everyone collapsing around him. The fact that he took India to a parity in that test match, it just makes you think how many times he's bailed India out. I mean, the 153 that he scored in Centurion 2018,
Yeah.
the next best score was 46. So it just shows that some of these daddy hundreds that Virat has also conjured up is not come at a easy pitch. I think the Johannesburg ton, it was well documented. He got a 54 of 106. And South Africa wanted to call the game off, being host, saying it's most hostile pitch that they've seen in years. So there's so many knocks which come to mind. The one which many Indian fans won't give it as much respect that they should was the 2019 one that he got against South Africa in Pune, 254.
Yeah.
The reason
254
why
was it against Pune or England?
243 was England.
243 was England.
In 2016 was also again a dust bowl of
Yeah.
a pitch in Wankhede. Day 3 was turning square. But the 2019 one, just the fact that he had so much energy. I think if there's one innings to showcase the fitness levels and the hunger that Virat Kohli's had as a test cricketer, it's probably that 254 knock. Your just thoughts about that, because that's when the pandemic was going to happen. 2019 was still okay. He was churning out numbers. Do you think that had a huge part to play in Virat Kohli's test career because he was a person to rely on the stadium, rely on that energy to score the runs that he has?
You can say that, but again, I think that after pandemic, overall conditions. I'm not defending Virat here, but overall conditions. If you see all the batters, that all their averages have been dropped. If you see, everyone is not scoring with an average of, like, the bowlers era. I think we can say that bowlers era have started after that, and of course Virat's form have also dropped. And now then that's the question, right? Like everyone always say it's always good when you say why, then when. And Virat Kohli has taken the decision, I think, just because of that. I think last 5 years his averages have gone down. It's below 50. He hasn't scored 10,000, which we thought it's going to be a cakewalk for him. But now I think it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it comes at a sad cost for Indian cricket. It is a transition time for Indian cricket. And I just generally think Virat Kohli will stroll into the sunset thinking he's put India on the test map and how. Final thoughts just before we wrap up our proceedings, and tell us if we missed out some pertinent moments in his career. Would you remember Virat, the test captain, more or the test batter more?
Test captain. I don't think there's a doubt. Virat Kohli is the best ever test captain that India ever had. No mistake there. I don't think people can even question that. And if they want to question, my Instagram ID is there. Speak to me.
Yeah, on that chuckling note, let's just, of course...
And don't meet me, because I may end up...
You might. You never know. The emotions are high, the sentiments are high, and of course, Virat Kohli's had a stellar test career. Only time will tell when everything will unfold. That's all we have in this one. Comment below and tell us if we missed out any magical moment from the King.
Cricket, cricket. cricket, cricket.